Talk about local phenomenon that I've been really attuned to, which is sort of counter to if the sky is falling, why are real estate prices absolutely at the highest they've ever been, demand at the highest, rentals at their highest. Someone said something to me the other day, and again, not to get political, the best thing that ever happened to Long Island real estate was de Blasio. So
it's true.
I mean,
true.
that is
true.
Absolutely true. So I just want to say my daughter, who wants to move out of the house and can move out of the house, is just seeing just like record demand in housing and deposits and just bizarrity. Right. All around. I have friends of mine that have sold their home in a week at the highest point that it's ever been at. There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason for this because unemployment is...
And it's not sustainable.
It can't be,
it's
right?
It's not sustainable. And I'm very curious what happens to the person that buys that inflated house in a year or two.
Well, we've seen that.
It's not sustainable.
You're right. So
it doesn't have that value.
So we saw that in 2007, and then the financial crisis hit, and that answered your question. It was a debacle. This is just a little bit different to me because in 2007 we had that buy, sell, invest theory. We actually have people moving their entire lives out to the suburbs, specifically Long Island, from New York City, all 5 boroughs. That's why I think it's different this time. I'm not going to say it's going to last forever, but I think the demand is actually more fortified than 2007 and 2000. I remember every single market.
It's an exodus. People don't.
It's an exodus.
They don't want to.
So it's an exodus. Yeah. It's an exodus.
But
I will ask you this. We're getting right into the rental aspect because one day I would hope to actually rent because I don't like the money pit aspect of owning. I will say that, and for that, I would never said that in my life, but I'm saying it now.
You're a real estate guy.
That I'd like to be able to have that hands off, just not any maintenance kind of a thing. But oh my God, the 1-bedroom apartment on Long Island is $2,400. We're talking. It's $2,400,
I know
and
all
I'm
about
like,
it.
How does
it happen?
How are people paying that?
How does it happen?
So
is it voucher? No, let's just get real about this. Is it government vouchers that are helping to pay for this? What the hell is
How can someone afford
possible?
that?
So you know all of the new apartments that went up over the past 5 years in Patchogue, Bayshore, all those, right? So there is part of that is Section 8 housing. So they can't build that stuff and they can't get funding for it unless part of it's Section 8 housing. Now there's a Long Island housing group or whatever. Partnership. Is that what it is?
Yep.
So you can apply for this and they reduce your rent by a certain amount. Now, okay, so the average wage on Long Island is about what? 30 grand?
No. God, no.
Really?
Less or more?
More.
Like what? Maybe in your circles, Rockefeller.
No, I don't. But I don't mean that. But
a lot of
what I mean is
not all of us have the
shut up.
Living high on the hog.
I think he's on to something very real.
There's something called a computer here. I will look it up as you continue to talk.
Yeah, but I
mean, it has to by definition be more.
No, it's not. I can
look at.
I'll give you 40 at best. 40
look
grand.
at a situation. Right. This is very interesting.
Like, wait, before we go on, the reason why I bring that up is because this long...
So Google is your friend. In 2017, and I kind of thought it was right here, is 57,650.
Nonsense. Because you want to know why? Because that also factors in the people that live in Montauk and the Hamptons and the North Shore.
I agree. A mean is a mean.
You're right. It is mean.
Okay.
And that's a mean number because that's false. So... what I was saying is with this...
Some garment workers are an average of $297,000 for surgeons. Okay.
Get out of here. But for this, when you apply for this thing, right, they consider you low income if you make 61 grand or less.
That's correct.
Right? So now you take that statistic and you extrapolate it over the course of the United States itself. The average wage in the United States is about 46 grand. That's all it is.
All right, listen, you're tripping out a little bit because you can't say the average wage. You can't say the average wage for the United States is more than the average wage for Long Island. You're not thinking correctly.
Yes, you
did.
I said it's 46 grand.
And you said it was 30 something for Long Island.
And then I said at most 40.
But this is the bubble, so if anything, it's going to be higher. I'm just kind of like getting you straight on that.
So on a personal note, because obviously we speak from our
Paul, we
own
want
experience.
your personal experience.
It's not a great story, by the way. It's a
no,
horrible story.
That's okay because where
It's
this is
very
ending.
sad.
Listen, I want a tent. I really want an RV.
That's what I would like to do.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, that's what we're looking to do.
What do they call the Airstreams? That's where we're going to go.
Yeah, we want one of the driving ones, but and I was resisting that. So I was before, I was having some difficulties before COVID. Our business is very
hit or miss.
You keep saying our business, but he has not spoken most of the night because you're rambling on and not taking any breaths. So
this is true.
They're both in the same business.
I know, but what business are you in?
I'm in the music business.
The music business. So what do you do in the music business?
Live performances.
Live performances. What do you play? Do you sing?
I'm a singer.
You're a singer.
Yes.
What
Are
kind
you
of
just
music do you
learning
sing?
this?
No, I'm trying to so that everybody can learn this.
Well, you know what? Let's go down that path.
Let's
first
do
of
it.
all.
Yeah.
New life crisis.
Well, let's start with him because I've been rambling on like you said, and I feel terrible.
And Tom is a featured singer in the Led Zeppelin band.
Wow, oddly enough.
The not the Led Zeppelin band, but
Hammer of the
Gods.
But you know what? Hammer of the Gods is not working.
Yeah. Well, that would make sense.
There's no
But
theater.
did you
That's a
ever
theater
think it was
act.
going to make sense? Did you ever think that day would come? Oh, wait a minute. I can't get one person in a theater because I'm not allowed?
Well, guess what? Now think about this is like a whole. Let's stay with this. Now, a theater. Let's say a hypothetical. The theater has a third capacity. They can't afford to hire the band
right.
Exactly. Right. Well, the help.
or the help. So now, what you are relegated to doing is they'll have you do 2 shows, just like in a local place. You'll do a 90-minute and then a 90-minute. Right,
It's unbelievable how it
or
has to change.
or you'll do a 2-hour and then a 2-hour, so that they can recoup their ticket monies, because otherwise they can't afford
Sure.
to have you.
Of course.
So they turn over the crowd.
They've got to turn over the crowd. So this is going to change everything because
That's insane.
oh yeah,
It's insane.
and really, does that a third capacity is that changing anything?
No, not a
I
thing.
mean, really?
You could just look
So
at
he's
it.
not
optics.
here.
It's
He's not
optics.
here. He's there.
Yeah, it's optics.
I mean, you know.
You could just look at an airplane. There's no social distancing on an airplane. Everyone's shoulder to shoulder with a mask on. Do you think that really stops
Well, it's funny
anything?
because I'm looking at the venues that I'm playing now, and I'm saying nothing has changed. You've got all of these tables, and they're not that far away, and no one is wearing a mask. The wait staff is wearing a mask.
Right.
And I'm saying, what has
My real
what-
question
what
to
has
you.
changed?
My real question to both of you: do you social distance your groupies?
No,
What?
I don't
what-
social distance anybody.
What has changed though? It's the same thing, but it's like under the guise.
Well, you're sitting, right? The audience is sitting.
Well, so
that's why.
the COVID virus doesn't travel when you're sitting.
Right, correct.
It doesn't go up.
Well, no. What happens is you're sitting below the virus. So
Right,
it's just-
below the virus.
Yeah, it's a jet stream right above your
Right.
head with the virus particles in it. you
I
know?
mean, think we're grown adults literally talking about this, and we know it's absurd. And again, I know a lot of people. I know what I'm saying would upset a lot of people. I'm reading it online, and I know it's it's blasphemy, But
what part is blasphemy?
I don't want to wear the mask, and I don't believe in social distancing. I don't want to say it's a hoax. I don't believe that it's a hoax. But people have been getting sick the same way for thousands and thousands of years.
Correct.
Wash your fucking hands.
Correct.
I love hand sanitizer. I'm like, what were you savages doing before? I'm a germaphobe because I sing for a living, so I don't want to
Right.
get sick, right?
Right.
So
Right.
I should have had stock in Purell and all that stuff. I have hand sanitizer in every part of my house.
I'm a filthy
every
animal.
bathroom.
I don't have it anywhere. I don't have one bottle of Purell anywhere.
Oh, it's in my car. I mean,
No.
so we were doing this before. It wasn't a big deal. If somebody sneezes, I hold my breath and But I was doing that before.
You're a nut job. What's
I'm
wrong
a
with you?
germaphobe, you know?
I'm eating
But but that's how you get sick, though. You know, if somebody coughs on you and
I think you're sick on more than one level at this point. If you're holding your breath every time somebody
I
sneezes,
actually do.
You're a
you're
crazy
in proximity because it goes. If you don't, if a person doesn't cover their mouth when they sneeze, that thing
Well, it's
goes
just,
like
that's
20
just
miles.
savagery. I can't stand
All
that.
right, we covered that, guys. I like where we're going.
Well,
I like what we're doing.
Before you talk about the apartments situation,
Yes.
Okay, let me give you an example. Because I lived in Arizona.
Do you know I'm eating Joey Z's pizza right now?
I didn't know that. Where'd you get that from?
So Joey Z,
Yeah.
right here in Port Jefferson.
Wow.
He was able to deliver this to us pre-show.
Really?
And we were so appreciative. Look at this pizza. It's
That
so
is
deep dish.
thick, supple.
Brooklyn.
Look at all the cheese.
You know, a lot of people think Joey Z's Greek. He's not.
What is he?
Paul is Greek. He's Italian.
He's Italian?
Yes.
Then why does he run a Greek restaurant?
I don't know, but now he's
Pizza
into
came
pizza.
from Italy.
Listen to the crunch. Listen.
That was a very soft crunch. Do you have a silencer on that pizza? So, by the way, so we've got competing restaurants here. We've got
Restaurants?
restaurants.
Oh, I
yes.
like that concept.
Yeah, right. Isn't it? That's a good idea. We should really capitalize on the restaurant industry.
You can't be.
You are a genius, my friend.
It'd be COVID milk. You can't do it.
Tom, guys, I think he's onto something. Restaurants. Put your mask on, leave your tits out.
Yeah,
I do like that.
I'll walk out. I'll walk in there with my tits out. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me.
Restaurants.
So
I love
we've
it.
got a bunch of competing brunch places.
What?
Competing brunch places in Port Jeff.
Yes, we do.
I think Joey Z has what
Has what?
has one of the best brunches out there, and it's totally unrepresented out there when people go for brunch because people need to go in there and order the crepes, and they need to order the pancakes.
Nice
He's got
plug.
some of the best sweet breakfasts out there. So you got to go there and do that. But before we go further, I wanted to talk about the apartment stuff. So I lived in Arizona for 2 years, and I knew a girl. She owned her own home, single-story home. They don't need basements out there, so no basement. 2 to 3 bedrooms, 2 to 3 bathrooms on a third of an acre of property.
Yep.
Right in a essentially Port Jeff Station-ish kind of area.
How much?
Yeah.
140?
How much was her mortgage? We'll take guesses. What do you say her mortgage was
Altogether?
altogether
Nine-
per month?
Is
nine-
that- is
per
that-
month.
925.
Does that include her taxes?
No,
925.
per month.
Per month, her mortgage. Well, how many years is her mortgage?
I would assume it's a fixed 30.
Let's say a 30.
Yeah.
Her mortgage is 1,100.
Okay. What do you say?
925.
I feel like it's The Price is Right.
Right. You get a slice of pizza if you get this.
All right, so give me the numbers again.
So she lives in a
Gotta be less
single-story
than
home,
1,100.
Single story.
2 to 3 bedrooms, 2 to
Alright.
3 baths on a third of an acre in a Port Jeff Station type area.
Where is she? Arizona?
Arizona.
1,800.
Okay. So I, here in New York, for essentially a glorified studio, right? I got a big apartment, and then I got a bedroom attached to it with no doorway between it. They call it an executive one bedroom. No,
Yeah.
it's an effing studio. I pay essentially 5 times what she's paying.
925.
She's paying $400 a month in a mortgage in Arizona.
Get the fuck out of here.
Swear to God.
It's impossible.
And I'm paying roughly $2,000 a month. And I'm going, I could buy 5 of those MFers, and then I can rent them out and just walk away
Yeah.
it's a
for what
fraction-
I'm paying for a studio here in
Christian,
New
it's
York.
a fraction of it, but any mortgage is $600 on $100,000. Any mortgage.
She was paying $400 a month in Arizona.
Well, then she bought the place for $80,000, and she put a lot down.
She probably did.
Okay.
Whatever. Wouldn't you rather pay $400 a month?
No.
And then if the taxes are a lot lower.
600. You're saying $600 on a
For every
thousand.
100,000.
For every 100,000.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's the number she gave me.
Yeah, no,
$400.
I mean, so like I said, if the house was
So my 1,100 was fucking balls on.
Yeah.